What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and I'm going to be casting Game 3 between Duskbin and WE. I once again skipped through the bans because the bans are pretty much exactly the same. And a little bit of change. We had Duskbin saying WE's Chen play was a little bit too scary for us, so they decided to ban him out, because in Game 2, Chen was pretty important for the WE lineup, and we see someone who actually didn't get through the ban phase in the other two games. We see Queen of Pain coming out from Duskbin, so immediately you realize that, hey, these bans are actually very useful, guys. Obviously, why would you not ban out someone who's good on the other team? That's just what the bans are for. And we see WE responding with their Morphling Earthshaker, which they have done pretty well with in the past couple of games. I bet the trend is just going to be Morphling getting a BKB. I guess these Eastern players don't really like getting the going to Lincoln Sphere shotgun build, instead favoring the straight up magic immunity. So it's been working for them so far, but which one's better? I personally am slightly in favor of going for the sphere into shotgun into killing people with manta stuff, but that's mostly because I haven't tried the BKB, so I can't really say. But WE picking up that Earthshaker as well, which is gonna help them quite a bit with the support and stunning and whatnot. And these guys are taking forever. I'm just gonna... Yup. Here we go. Come on. Duskbin. I can't speak about 3 picks for this long. There we go. Okay. 2 picks out from Duskbin. You had the Sand King and CM. Sand King was picked first last game, and he wasn't really that fantastic. He didn't really set up that many kills and wasn't very successful in doing his stunning or epicentering for kills and whatnot. I think Duskbin only got like 4 kills that entire game, and Sand King wasn't very influential, and yet they picked him first. So right now they're going for a little bit more moderate approach of picking up the Sand King in the 3rd slot. CM as well, so they'll have some pretty good support. They have the ability to run a tri-lane. SK and CM are actually, in my opinion, 2 of the best for tri-lanes. But that's because I don't like Earthshaker, so I'm biased. Queen of Pain, 9 times out of 10 we're going to see a Queen of Pain soloing the mid lane. So let's skip ahead a little bit. Zoomerate. You see a Venomancer coming out from WE, so they're also going to have some pretty heavy support. Venomancer is similar to CM, and Earthshaker is similar to SK. So far both team comps are roughly similar, except for the fact that WE has that hard carrying the Morphling, where Duskbin is kind of going for, so far, for early mid-game power. WE has the option of just turtling up with the Earthshaker and Venomancer, who are both excellent turtling heroes with the wards and the fissure blocks for blocking off creep waves and stuff like that. And they could just turtle in, play defensively, and hopefully get Morphling big enough to completely eviscerate Duskbin at this point. But of course it's not too late for Duskbin to pick up a couple of hard carries if they choose to do so, or they might even, I don't know, go for a Leshrac or Pugna or something like that. And WE once again banning out that anti-mage. And so, same 2 bans from Duskbin, banning out those solo mid heroes. Apparently they really don't like playing against that Shadow Shaman or Beastmaster. And same bans for WE as well, so each team has the other team's number, and they know how to shut them down. Let's see what Duskbin's retaliation pick is going to be. They're going to need someone to go into a top lane, and so they have picked a Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter might go to the top lane. It really depends on what their last pick is going to be. But Bounty Hunter really doesn't have much control, especially on a hard lane. The only thing you really could do is try to harass with Shuriken, I guess, but Shuriken is pretty expensive. He could go into his invisibility and then just try to soak up experience, but then you don't get many creep kills. If you pop out of your invisibility, you're going to get killed, or most likely going to get killed. So Bounty Hunter will add a little bit of damage and is, in a sense, similar to Queen of Pain. He doesn't really need that much to help his team. Once you get 1 point of track, then everything's just awesome. Of course, Bounty Hunter does shine a lot more with once you allow him to get a drum, some damage block, or damage mitigation, usually a poor man's shield, then something like a BKB or more damage, and we see a puck being picked up by Team WE, World Elite. Puck is most likely going to be heading towards that mid lane. So far, looks like WE might also need a top lane. I'm just guessing Morphling is going to be paired with Shaker or Veno. Or they might split it up and do a 2-2 just like they did last game, and it seemed to work pretty well for them, so it's always an option for them. Let's see what the last pick on Duskbin is going to be. Dragon Knight. There's the hard carry that they wanted, so I don't know how they're going to run their lanes. They're kind of, I don't know, the control in their lanes is, Queen of Pain's going to be mid. She's going to be fine there. But then either way, you're going to have a two melees in a lane, or at least you might have one melee in a lane if they decide to try lane, but someone's not going to have a fun time on the Duskbin side. But Dragon Pick, very high armor, and he's going to probably, I have no idea, but if the Morphling builds have been any indication, then I'm going to say Dragon Knight is probably going to go for a quick BKB, because that's apparently what these teams like to go for, and against the enemy team it will help decently. And we see a Slardar counter pick as their last one coming out from World Elite. Slardar will be able to amplify up that Gondar, so Gondar is not going to be able to rely on his invisibility. Once Slardar hits that level 6, of course the pro teams, they all get dust and whatnot, but so Slardar will probably, maybe they have like a Slardar Urshick or a Slardar Veno, and take the other support hero to go with the Morphling. Maybe they'll split it up that way, but no more no jungling, it looks like, coming out from these teams, so no more of that shenanigan in the jungle with the Enchantress and whatnot. Let's get rid of the screen. Here we go. And let's do this and that. There we go. Alright, so on the WE team, we have Luo on the Earthshaker, Icy playing the Venomancer, Chan on the Puck, JJ on the Morphling, and FNTY on the Slardar. And over here on the Radiant, we have Arjun on the Dragon Knight, going to play that hard carry. He needs to get big if the other team's going to win, but amplified damage makes Dragon Knight a very sad hero. Let's see, we have Hachiko on the Sand King, Ninja Boogie on the Bounty Hunter, Lei is playing the Crystal Maiden, and Blah is on that Queen of Pain. So let's kind of talk about how the teams are going to progress through the game. Radiant team has a pretty solid early game. They have a base stun on Dragon Knight with his Dragon Tail, and then you got some pretty good disable nuking power coming out from Queen of Pain, Sand King, and Queen of Pain, Sand King, and Crystal Maiden. But at the same time, WE's power early game is also really high. They have the Venomancer, Earthshaker, and Puck, and they're all going to be extremely useful. So it's kind of a wash at that point. In fact, going into the mid and late game, their powers are pretty similar. It's kind of debatable who can outcarry who, if it's a farmed Dragon Knight versus a farmed Morphling. It kind of really depends on how things play out, but Morphling does have that replicate, and if you replicate a Dragon Knight once he pops his dragon form, then you get just a huge advantage for your team. You're going to be doing a lot of damage, and the replicate is going to be extremely hard to bring down. So what Duskbin kind of has to do, if they don't want to get stomped completely again, is they have to make sure that the Morphling doesn't get completely out of control. And if they keep Dragon Knight at the same level of farm experience and gold wise as the Morphling, or at least the same, then they should be okay. So, but of course I'm just theory crafting all over the place right now. We're just gonna really have to wait until this game starts up, and there we go. Let's see how these lanes are gonna play out. Did someone just sell something? Someone did. Okay, so we have a little mess up. Dragon Knight's going to go for that quick soul ring. Probably going to see a lot of fire breath coming out from him. And all 5 of WE moving on to the top lane. But Duskbin is really setting up. Yeah, they're going to have that tri lane, and Bounty Hunter is going to be soloing top. So he's going to be in for an unfun time. He's not going to be happy at all. But a tri lane of DK, CM, and SK, that's a really vicious kill lane. You get, well, she took Frostbite level 1. We get a Frostbite into a Burrow Strike into a Dragon Tail, and that is a lot of disable time that just comes out instantly. Or, you know, they're all really quick to cast and pretty easy. You have the SK and CM to set up for the DK Dragon Tail. And Ninja Boogie spots out the enemy team and instantly knows that they have a Sentry Ward in their forest somewhere, or in the lane. He doesn't exactly know where it is, but he knows already that he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Looks like we're going to have a Slardar Venomancer lane, so Bounty Hunter's not going to get anything from this lane, but he's moving around, so he might decide to move out of that lane, knowing that it's pretty lost already. See some pretty basic wards coming out from WE, and the Haste Rune is going to spawn right near that Dragon Knight. Earthshaker is going to see it and know that it's there, and yep, there he goes, dashing away. I don't know what this Bounty Hunter is doing. It definitely isn't looking for kills or anything. See, like, just scouting? Maybe he's trying to place a anti-pull ward? No, top lane is actually just going to be Slardar. So Slardar versus Bounty Hunter. What the hell are you doing, man? What is this? Okay, does that block the camp? I actually have no idea. It doesn't give that much vision. I don't know what he did that for, but WE though, placing some early sentry wards, making sure they don't have any vision, and Arjun already taking a little bit of damage, so he has to be careful. Gale into a waveform and Fisher from an Earthshaker. That's some pretty early damage that can come out from WE, and although it doesn't keep someone locked, stun locked, for as long as the Duskbin tri-lane, it still is very easy to take a kill, especially if CM or what's his face, Sand King step up too far. Arjun taking a little bit more damage. He's going to be forced to use some tangos, and he got quite a bit, so he's going to be fine, especially once he gets his Dragon Tail. A lot of damage is going to be mitigated then. Mid lane is going to be Puck versus that Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain should have a little bit of an edge since her projectile is so much better. And we have a Fisher going out onto the Crystal Maiden, and a Gale is going to hit. CM, you are so dead. Waveform over the top, and there she goes. First blood going to that Morphling, so already this tri-lane with a Celebration X Firework going a little bit towards WE, and Sand King hiding in back a little bit. He's spotted out by that ward, but there's no mana for Gale, and the Venomancer is way too far away from that 90 mana he needs. If Venomancer had Gale, I'd say it's probably going to be another kill in the bag, especially considering Earthshaker did have mana for a follow-up, and he could have gotten in position for a Fisher, I'm sure. So already one kill going the way of WE, and yeah, so hopefully we won't see a repeat of the last game, and I'm pretty sure Puck phase shifted that Scream, but Queen of Pain just going to be able to lay down so much pressure onto that Puck. You can see already losing all of his tangos, and Queen of Pain even taking a regeneration rune, so Puck's going to be under a lot of heat. Queen of Pain is also taking the CS lead, and Slardar going on to Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is forced to play extremely cautiously, because Slardar is just so much beefier than Bounty Hunter, and they deal about the same amount of damage. If Slardar gets a couple bashes, then Gondar might even die, but I doubt either of them are going to die in that top lane. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, we have Morphling with the Ring of Aquila up already, so he is going to go for that. And we have Sand King lurking in the woods, but he is spotted out by these pretty aggressive... Well, that's not a ward, never mind. So just a WE ward in the side area to make sure they don't get chain stunned completely early. And is he in the range? No, he's not going to be in range for that. So Dragon Knight going to go for that Soul Ring, and it's mostly a giant standoff happening on the bot lane. We have FNTY doing some pretty good damage to that Bounty Hunter. They're both down on all their tangos. I actually don't know if they all bought tangos. I'm assuming they did, but they're pretty even on that, and Slardar is ahead on this creep score though, and here comes his bottle, and there goes a crush onto that Gondar. Oh my god, a lucky bash as well. If he gets one more bash, he's gonna die. No. Bounty Hunter pops the Janata, pops his Ghost Shadow Walk, and then manages to leave, but Slardar has a bottle, so he can really afford to be making these trades where Bounty Hunter, unless he's going to get a bottle, which Bounty Hunters rarely do, he's not going to be able to trade evenly. See, Puck also has her bottle, and Queen of Pain looks like she's not going to get a bottle, but We have yellow and orange, Sand King and CM circling around for that Slardar kill. Slardar, I don't think knows that he's there. This ward actually did block the pull, so that's fine. But Bounty Hunter is extremely weak. If he pops out and Slardar knows something is up, there goes the sprint. Is he in range? Just out of range, the Sand King Burrow Strike. Meanwhile, Crystal Maiden actually getting her ass kicked by a couple of neutrals. Not actually sure how she managed to pull them off, but that was... What was that? That's 2 camps right there, and she got completely demolished. So they didn't manage to get a kill on Slardar, and they wasted a lot of the support's time. Meanwhile, they ensured that by doing that, they ensure that Dragon Knight doesn't get anything, because Dragon Knight knows he doesn't have any protection. A Fisher could come out, and a Gale could come out from the woods at any time. Already you see Venomancer unleashing the Gale, and just going to do some right-click damage. If we see a Fisher, yes, a Fisher is going to block Dragon Knight just a little bit. And I don't think they could get a kill if they get another hit. Morphling is going to go try for it, but there goes a Dragon Tail onto that Morphling, and quick salve by the Dragon Knight means he is going to escape with only 20 HP, so good salve play by the Dragon Knight, but kind of unlucky by WE. Earthshaker, I don't know, Earthshaker did, everyone did their job, but it just simply wasn't enough damage. Puck actually isn't getting as dominated as I thought. He still has 13 for 4, but he is getting severely outclassed by this Queen of Pain, which is completely to be expected. It's hard to outlane a Queen of Pain, let alone outlane a Queen of Pain with someone like Puck, who isn't the strongest lane controller. If you had someone like Invoker, then you could seriously do work on that Queen of Pain. And Tier 1 on the bottom lane is going to be going down, and Morphling taking a lot of damage for it, but it's also going to... Oh my god, you had 4 HP. Morphling cutting it extremely close to get that tower, and oh crap. Puck actually goes down to a CM Queen of Pain gank. My apologies for missing that one. And we see a Burrow Strike going onto that Slardar, but Slardar is just so tanky at this point. They really can't afford... They can't possibly bring him down without another person's help, or trying to harass him down at least. So that's one tower going in the way of WE. The kills are 1 for 1. WE did get the first blood, so the gold advantage is going to be in WE's favor, and there it is. About, 1,700. And wow, this core is full up in bottles, so... Yellow and orange kind of posturing to try to jump on this Slardar, but Slardar is way too far back, and if they dive, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, especially since Slardar is now at full health. Dragon Knight, meanwhile, is getting absolutely nothing from this bottom lane, so the tri-lane on the Duskbin side really not working out for them. We have Earthshaker actually teleporting top. We have a Burrow Strike going on to 2 people. We have amplified damage on Bounty Hunter, and Slardar is going to give chase, but he's going to turn around, crush, and kill the Sand King. Earthshaker does not have any more mana, so I don't think anyone else is going to die unless Slardar is actually salving and bottling up, so he wants to go on the Crystal Maiden. 1 hit is actually a bash, 2 hits for a bash, and the 3rd hit is going to seal the kill. So yeah, as I said before, if Duskbin decides to dive Slardar, they're going to be in a world of hurt. Because Slardar is really bulky, and that crush is pretty vicious, especially when you gotta get close for both Bounty Hunter and Sand King. Sand King's Burrow Strike makes him close, so they're gonna be in perfect range for a crush, and they really paid for that. So WE getting more and more ahead. Their Puck did get the bottle, get some wards and really basic items. Bounty Hunter managed actually to get phase boots. He actually has more CS than Slardar, so I guess Bounty Hunter got the slightly better edge of that deal, but it's really not worth it when the bottom lane is getting completely demolished like this. Morphling 46 CS to Dragon Knight's only 14. Meanwhile, a dive onto Puck, and Bounty Hunter is having Puck tracked up, and Crystal Maiden is going to grab that last hit, the Dream Coil hitting on the Bounty Hunter, who's taking a lot of damage. But there's no unfinished job, so striking back, Duskbin is striking back on to WE with a couple of kills on Puck, who is the only one to die so far in the WE side. But really, Morphling is getting complete free farm. He is, I don't know, he could get his Mytho Hammer, which I'm sure I'm going to see, since these guys like to go for that build. Nothing really happening right now, just Dragon Knight kind of suffering. He doesn't even have his Soul Ring yet. Oh, there it is. Soul Ring and 100 gold, Dragon Knight at 9 minutes, that's definitely not what you want to see. Especially when Morphling has all of that and then some. Looks like we're going to have purple teleporting back into this middle lane. They might try to make it go on Puck. There's a blink and a scream and a shadow strike, which Puck is not going to dodge, actually. So he's just going to take all that damage and try to heal it up with a bottle. If Puck managed to dodge a shadow strike or the scream, he would have been much healthier, actually. Only one bottle charge would have been enough to bring it back up. Queen of Pain doesn't have her ultimate, though, so Puck is safe for the moment, unless Duskbin decides to do some crazy shit and dive around, but I don't think they're going to do that. Morphling is going to be caught out by the Dragon Knight and the Bounty Hunter, as you see a Dragon Tail going on him instantly, and a Crystal Maiden is not going to be able enough. Beautiful Venomous Gale, slowing down both the Dragon Knight and Bounty Hunter, but track is still on the Morphling, as they're both on chase. Morphling does not have any more mana. He's full on strength, so he is regenerating as fast as he can, but looks like Morphling is going to fall. One more Janata hit, and Bounty Hunter does manage to tag him for the last hit. Track goes off onto that Venomancer. Does Queen of Pain have her ultimate? No. If she did have her ultimate, you could be sure that she would have dove for that kill, because ultimate and Scream of Pain, that alone would have been almost enough. It might have been totally enough, so. Slardar picking up Treads, Magic Stick, and SK sitting at absolutely jack shit, because he's sitting in the side lanes as a tri-lane support hero, so he's not expected to get anything. Venomancer and Earthshaker also have just as little. Looks like Bounty Hunter wants blood on that Slardar, and Sand King has a level 3 Burrow Strike, but it's still going to be really close. There goes the track onto the Slardar and a Burrow Strike, but Slardar just simply isn't taking enough damage, so they're going to have to wait a little bit more if they want to get in for that kill. CM is coming up, and that means Slardar could possibly die. Their supports don't have teleport scrolls, so they can't help them either. But CM, just chilling, taking a detour, taking a nap, something like that. Dire's middle tower is under attack. We see Queen of Pain just handling the lane really easily. Morphling does have his Perseverance up, and now he has Treads up. And Dragon Knight did manage to get Treads up as well. That assist, I'm sure, helping a lot, and that was a track assist as well, so he gets a lot of gold from that. And that managed to give him his Treads, so he does have that, but Morphling actually completely dodging that Breathe Fire and doing some pretty good damage onto Dragon Knight. Don't think he could kill him, though he cannot. But if Morphling could pressure Dragon Knight back that easily, then Dragon Knight is almost guaranteed to not get anything. There goes Dream Coil onto the Sand King, and Sand King is actually not amplified. There goes the Crush and an Illusionary Orb, and Puck is just getting right-click Sand King down. So Sand King could have Sandstorm try to do some fancy Burrow Strike shenanigans, but that wasn't going to work. Track is on Morphling, and here comes Gondar, who actually wasted his Janata on the creep, so they're not going to be able to make anything happen. Meanwhile, WE is going to try to bring down this Tier 1 onto the top lane. You see a Fisher going off onto the Crystal Maiden, a long Illusionary Orb, and Puck does manage to teleport to it. Cancelled Crush, actually, as he sees the 2 teleportations coming in, so Duskbin is going to No, Queen of Pain completely whiffs her ultimate. Very close, actually, so Slardar is going to manage to escape. Even if she did hit that ultimate, I don't think it would have been enough damage. Oh, Queen of Pain is actually going to keep going for the Slardar. Beautiful blink by Queen of Pain, jumping over the edge. Slardar kind of made a mistake. He should have went up, but no way of knowing that. Your hindsight is always pretty good. So, meanwhile, they managed actually to save the tower, and we see a Fisher going off onto the Dragon Knight, and a Silence and an Illusionary Orb. Is the Illusionary going to hit? Yes. Dragon Tail does go onto the Earthshaker, and a Burrow Strike into the Epicenter onto them, but a quick Enchant Totem means that Epicenter is going to be wasted. Sand King is going to have that on cooldown for the next 2 minutes. And nothing really getting done in that exchange. If the 2 supports, if Puck and Earthshaker did manage to take out the Dragon Knight, that would have been huge. I mean, Dragon Knight really would have been down to 0, and holy crap. Gondar wanted blood, and he got blood, so I completely missed that, my bad. So if they would have gotten the Dragon Knight, that would have put Dragon Knight even farther behind, and combine that with the fact that Earthshaker is level 6, killing a level 8, he would have been getting a lot of experience as well. We have Morphling continuing to pressure down on the bot lane, and Dragon Knight is forced to teleport back, trying to use Breathe Fire to clear out the creep waves, but he's only at 32 CS 13 minutes in, which is not fantastic by any means. He got shut down extremely hard by the WE tri-lane. And Slardar sitting at 1200 gold, and It's nothing much happening right now, actually. We have CM getting a chance to level up a little bit in the mid lane by herself, getting some solo experience, which is always a good idea to, if you have a chance, get your supports up to that level 6. CM, it isn't that important, but who knows, an extra level of Frostbite might prove invaluable when you're trying to kill someone like Morphling. We see Pink and Brown both posturing up for the top lane, so they're planning on making another dive onto there. And Sand King no longer has his ultimate, so he's going to need to get support from someone. We see Blue rotating up, and I don't think they know that, well actually, yeah, they don't know that Brown and Pink are both here, and Blue's actually going to find that out firsthand unless he is invisible, which he is. So Slardar is playing forward, and Puck and Earthshaker reveal themselves, and they start taking out their invisibility. Teleport of Dragonite going to come and see if he can land a Dragon Tail, and he does land a Dragon Tail onto the Puck, and Puck is going to take a lot of damage. She actually managed to dodge the Burrow Strike, so she might even live. No, she's going to get right clicked, so Fisher is not going to be enough to save her. Queen of Pain is in the rear, and she does actually tag Earthshaker, and Earthshaker, for some reason, uses his ultimate on absolutely nothing. Flutter is on the run, but he's tracked up. Not going to be enough movement speed. So that was a nice 2-for-0 exchange in favor of Duskbin. Puck got completely demolished, and Earthshaker was also kind of out of position compared to the rest of his team. They were all really scattered, so they couldn't really get anything done. Venomancer also wasn't there. He didn't have a teleportation scroll, but instead he's just going to take this opportunity to try to put some damage on this mid tower. He's probably not going to get it. He needs a lot more damage. His wards aren't level 4 yet, so. Meanwhile, the Dragonite maxing out that Breathe Fire as expected. You got one level extra Dragon Tail. Usually only see one, but maybe he feels like he doesn't really need that Dragon Blood. I would go for more Dragon Blood over. Oh god, I missed it again. Oh, CM and Bounty Hunter actually managing to take down Venomancer. We see Morphling trying to go for the Dragonite as Dragonite teleports, but then changes his mind and decides just to book it. We have Dream Coil onto that Queen of Pain, who's just going to blink out just fine, but she doesn't get stunned. She's just not going to worry about that. They're continuing to chase down this Dragonite. The Fisher's up in 1 second. If he gets a good Fisher, there is a good Fisher, and a Illusionary Orb to take that kill. We have Gondar trying to make something happen, but they do see him with the Sentry Ward, so he's going to be forced to fall back as well. So Dragonite still not having a good time at all, only has 800 gold. Not buying anything up since, well, for a while actually. He hasn't had anything for like 5 minutes. Morphling is going to actually go for that Lincoln Sphere, so deciding to switch things up might be the fact that there's an SK, CM, Queen of Pain, and protect themselves from track. But at the same time, BKB would be good. I would get a BKB against these guys. I don't know. These guys are professionals, I am not. Okay, we see a smoked up Earthshaker and a smoked up Puck. Looking to kill on this Sand King. There goes a Fisher, blocking him off perfectly, and a Crush, and a Gale. Everything going on Sand King, who's going to get killed by the Puck. We see Queen of Pain actually diving past, and the Shuriken is going to be enough to take that Venomancer kill. And Stardar is still on the run. He gets a 2-man Crush, so he is going to live, and he does have a regeneration rune, so after this Shadow Strike is worn off, he can just pop that and just join the fight immediately. So Sand King for a Venomancer, fairly even trade. But now Slaughter has his Blink Dagger, and Duskbin does not know about that. So if they continue to push down this lane, they're going to be surprised. You know, the giant fish right on top of them. And we have someone taking a bit of lag. So let's take this opportunity to check the gold graph, which is actually remarkably even. WE... Actually... No, they're actually even on towers. So WE's 3 kills kind of mitigated by the fact that... No, Duskbin's 3 kills, kind of mitigated by the fact that WE has superior farm. But the difference in XP earned, farm won't get you experience like that. You need kills to do that. There you go, there's your Dragonite, what's it called, Morph Copy, whatever. Fisher going off onto the Dragonite, a 1-man Dream Coil. The Dragonite is going to get stunned by it. We see a giant engagement going onto the Dragonite, who is instantly killed, and Gondar is tracked up. Amplified up, and he is going to use stick charges. Might keep him alive, but he's taking a lot of damage from Venomancer. Venomancer is going to take him over. We have Fisher going onto that Crystal Maiden. He's actually blocked by the ward. Beautiful ward block. We have a 3-man Epicenter. Epicenter does go off, but it's not going to be enough to kill anyone. Queen of Pain is completely out of mana. She bailed out before she was in position to kill the Earthshaker. And blink in from Slardar, and we're going to have a Crush, and this Queen of Pain is going to die to the Morphling waveform. So, as I said, Duskbin really surprised by Slardr's Blink Dagger and Dragon Knight just got completely mauled by 3 of them. He had a Puck, Earthshaker, and Slardr all diving in on him. And really, with only 2 levels of Dragon Blood and no items, really, it's not going to be able to do anything. Venomancer kind of overstayed his welcome, though, so Duskbin is going to be able to pick up that cheese kill. But WE's tier 1 in the mid is going to go down, and Puck actually picked up his Blink Dagger as well, so a lot of mobility coming out from WE. A Blink on Slardr, Puck, and on Morphling. Slardr is actually going to go onto that Queen of Pain, but he's not going to be able to kill him unless he gets some beautiful Fissure Chain Stun. Might be enough. Yes, Puck does get the last hit, and they're going to go onto this Crystal Maiden. Slardr is sprinting. Is he in Atlantic Crush? He should. There it is. Amplified damage, and Crystal Maiden is going to die. Even using an Echo Slam. A little bit of overkill, but hell, the Crystal Maiden's dead, and that's the only thing that matters. Looks like WE is going to be trying to take a Revenge Tower against this Mega Melee creep. And they are going to manage to take it. So the gold advantage should be even closer now. Should be at 0, if not more. I don't know how you could be more than 0 without someone taking advantage. Okay, I don't know. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. Dragon Knight is going to be going for that BKB, but it's 20 minutes and you don't have like any of it yet. He has an Ogre Club, and that's great, but he's still extremely far away, and he's not getting much farm either. He is doing pretty good. Oh my god, Crystal Maiden, you are going to get completely demolished. Fissure into a Blink by both Slardr and Puck. Crystal Maiden, oh. And there you guys hear my dog who's going wild for some reason. I apologize. Looks like WE is going to try to take Roshan, and with amplified damage on that Slardr and just a lot of wards to support, this Roshan's going to be going down extremely fast, and there's no wards from Duskbin, so they don't know for sure where they are, where the WE team is, but I'm sure they have a hunch, but they really can't do anything about it. They need like a perfect everything on the Duskbin team to land if they want to take a team fight, but with the Roshan does go down, and Slardr is the one to pick up that Aegis, so he could blink in and crush and kind of know that he's going to be fine. The stuns on Duskbin, they do have enough cooldown so they could chain him down twice, but if they waste everything on Slardr twice, then everyone else on the WE team is just going to work them over, and it's not going to be beneficial for them at all. Looks like Venomancer is actually going to be going for a pipe, which I believe is a great choice. You got so much magic damage coming out from that Queen of Pain, the Sand King, and of course the Crystal Maiden. So it's that pipe is going to be mitigating a lot of damage, even if he doesn't reach the pipe, because he's Venomancer, he's extremely poor. Just holding that hood will help him survive so much longer. Lay down a couple more wards, maybe even get Venomous Gale up, but the cooldown of Venomous Gale is actually pretty big, so just allow him to stay in the fight a little bit longer. It's always useful. Morphling does have a Lincoln Sphere up, so it's going to be extremely hard to try to get a kill on him. 3 heroes up here, they don't really have enough chain stun, and they don't have enough slow to keep tabs on him even after a waveform. So meanwhile, we have a counter smoke on the WE team. They're going to be looking to kill that Dragon Knight again. They're doing a great job keeping him down so far, and they have a ton of magic damage. Dragon Knight, actually Crystal Maiden is in a lot more trouble. They even see her with that ward, so Crystal Maiden, Blink Crush goes in from the Slardr, and Slardr is just going to work Crystal Maiden over all by himself, actually managing to permabash her down, so Crystal Maiden had no chance there. Crystal Maiden, poor Crystal Maiden. It's the lowly life of a support hero. Dragon Knight is going to not live, maybe? He's going to pop his Dragon form, and Puck tried to blink and use Waning Rift onto the Queen of Pain, but she blinked out beforehand. He's going to take a Burrow Strike and a Dragon Tail. Fissure is going to stop them for a little bit. Crush onto 2 heroes as Queen of Pain eviscerates Puck with her ultimate, and we have a Poison Nova going off. Dragon Knight is going to be taken down. Yes, there he goes, and Queen of Pain is going to try to... No, she's just going to retreat. Slardr did pop the sprint, and he is looking for blood. There's the Crush on Queen of Pain, amplified damage, and we just need a couple more hits. One more hit onto the Queen of Pain. No, Sand King is going to stop that last hit from occurring. But Slardr still is on the chase, and he does have a Blink Dagger, which gets cancelled by the Crystal Maiden, so beautiful play by them. But Sand King is going to be the sacrificial lamb. He's going to go down. Gondar go down too? Did I see that? I don't even remember. So that was 1 for 3 engagement in favor of WE, and WE is just climbing farther and farther ahead. In the meantime, I believe Morphling managed to take out the tier 2 on top, so gold advantage, diving down all the way in favor of WE, and wow, the EX, look at that, they're exactly the same, that's beautiful. So WE is in a firm advantage at this point. Those 2 blink daggers are really way too much for Duskbin to handle. Duskbin is great if they want to initiate fights, but as far as counter initiate goes, it doesn't work as well because they don't get that perfect position. You can't really get that epicenter off, especially when you get focused, and especially when Slardar is getting like a million bashes in every fight. So Morphling, super baller build, going for that Eye of Scotty. I love watching Eye of Scotty just because it's such an expensive item. I think I said that already. But Lincoln Sphere, Eye of Scotty, definitely not the build that we've seen in the previous games where they've gone for BKB Manta, but I feel like this is kind of a wealthy version of that, mostly because of Eye of Scotty, but I'm not sure what's causing those X's, but I'm okay with it regardless. Alright, we have a smoke up on 4 people on the WE team. They're going to be looking for Queen of Pain. I believe they know she's there, but they don't know that everyone else on their team is there. We're going to have a Blink Crush coming onto this DK. There it goes, going actually on the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is going to take a Fissure and Dream Coil, and is she going to go down? Yes, she is going to go down, and Crystal Maiden is going to get chased down by the Slardar, who is currently wicked sick. 8-1 and 8, so Slardar is extremely big. He does have a BKB, so there's nothing that Duskbin could really do to stop Slardar except for try to kite him around, but with that sprint, that's going to be near impossible. Looks like they're actually going to try to go for the high ground on the top lane. Morphling, after taking down that tower, is just camped up, farmed up, and he should have his... If he gets the last hit on this tower, then he is going to have his Eye of Scotty. Looks like regardless, we're going to blink in onto this Dragon Knight who's taking a ton of damage. Morphling is going to get that last right click. And WE, everyone's kind of at low health, but I don't think Duskbin could really seal a deal on any of them at this current point. So double crush onto the Bounty Hunter, and Morphling is going to get frostbitten, but he's completely fine. He's just going to morph more strength, and with that Lincoln Sphere, he's going to block a couple more spells in the future. Morphling does have his Eye of Scotty finish, and he's going to try to work on the mid-racks. No, they're actually going to decide to fall back. Slaughter's... Well, I don't think they really have to fall back. I mean, Slardar is getting earned up by that Earthshaker, and there he goes blinking in onto the Sand King, and Sand King is going to take a Fissure, and he's going to get his ass kicked. Bounty Hunter was actually in there also, kind of hidden in between all the creeps. And this means WE is going to take 26-minute melee racks. It's not quite a death sentence for them, but I don't know, Dragon Knight doesn't really have anything. Dragon Knight's getting more points of Dragon Tail. He's not going to be nearly as tanky as he needs to be in order for his team to win. There's currently 3,100 gold onto that Morphling, so he has Eye of Scotty and then some. We have another initiation going onto this Dragon Knight who... Oh my god, that's just... Poor Dragon Knight, he's been killed this entire game with so many Blink Daggers, so much long-range initiation. So I guess that was kind of the name of the game for WE, just initiate them at long range and then kill them before they could even react. WE is going to be transitioning into a mid lane push, probably take a second Brax, and they still have that Aegis on Slardar, and Slardar has been doing work for them the entire game, so I don't know, Duskbin, Sand King really needs that epicenter. Once again, Sand King hasn't really been doing a huge amount for the Duskbin team. He's been having some good saves with his Burrow Strike, but you need a little bit more than that if you're going to win a game, simply saving your eyes with Burrow Strike. He hasn't really had any huge epicenters. The epicenters that he has had have been doing decent damage, but it simply wasn't enough. The positioning wasn't quite there, and right now Bounty Hunter is getting hunted. Do they have any true sight? I mean, they think they know that he's there, but no, they don't have any true sight. We have a Slardar blinking in onto that Dragon Knight. We have a Dream Coil catching 2 people. Dragon Knight instantly goes down, and SK wastes all of his epicenter, or most of his epicenter on nothing. Morphling comes in with that waveform and the Adapter Strike, and Ninja Boogie is going to call GG. So Duskbin, I think, is out of the tournament. I actually don't know what stage of the qualifiers this is. I don't really know how it's formatted, but Either way, WE taking Duskbin 2-1 very handily, so they're putting up quite a fight, WE. They're not winning on the margin, they're actually completely demolishing WE. Queen of Pain trying to make something happen, doesn't manage to pick up that Venomancer, but it's already too late. They are one lane racks down, and the second lane is going to go down as well. As they're just going to continue to go on to these two, and Slardar, what are you doing, Slardar? Slardar wants a perfect crush, he's not going to get it, they're all too far away. He's just going to settle for running out. The Dragonite trying to come in something, but Sanking is taking a lot of damage. Morphling, extremely tanky, he's morphing everything to strength, and Slardar is going to get Burrow Struck and Breathe Fire, no Breathe Fire. Morphling is going to go somewhere. Where'd Morphling go? Morphling is trying to kill this Dragonite. This Sanking, I mean, and they have 3 people fighting the Morphling currently. He doesn't have a way for him. There goes his Lincoln Sphere, but he still wants this Sanking. He's taking a lot of damage. They all 4 of them barely take down that Morphling. But Ninja Boogie already called GG. He's had very few items this entire game, as well as Dragonite, who doesn't even have his Mithril Hammer yet. And you know, you got an entire finished Black King Bar plus Blink Dagger on the Slardar, who's 8-1-14, so a ridiculous score for him. Let's see what he's going to get. He's going to Demon Edge, or no, he's going to get a Reaver. Going to go for that Heart, and once he gets that, he's going to be unkillable. I mean, like, at this point, he pretty much is unkillable. Venomancer actually went for a Mech, so good choice by him. I personally would prefer to Pipe, but Mech is fine too. And really, the item progression on Duskbin's team has been non-existent. I mean, like, you have a BKB and an Ultimate Orb on the Queen of Pain, who has been doing pretty well. She handled her lane decently. But that's about it. You don't have anything on the Bounty Hunter, you don't have anything on the Dragonite. And really, if those 2 heroes don't have anything, then you're not going to have enough damage to pull it into the late game. Sand King and Crystal Maiden at this point aren't doing enough. Looks like WE is just going to wait for the second incarnation of Roshan. There he is. And they're most likely just going to kick his ass and then push down mid lane and seal the deal. But I don't know. This game should be over. They already called GG. Whatever, man. Looks like Roshan is going to get completely owned. Slardar wants to duel him 1v1. And he's doing pretty well with that amplified damage. Roshan's taking a ton of damage, and oh, Bounty Hunter, you're not safe there. He did manage to pop out his BKB, but the right-click damage is enough to say, oh, you have BKB? Well, that's too bad, because we have right-clicks. Slardar doing a ton of damage, and poor Ninja Boogie, there's wards all over the place. They knew he was coming from a mile away. So this is going to mean an easy Roshan, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the game.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
Bounty Hunter is going to be up by the time they actually get there, but even if he is there, it's not going to make much of a difference. WE just has to gear up for the final push. We have Morphling pushing down the bot lane. He was going to go for that Manta style. And Morphling is completely stacked. He's doing a ton of damage. And he has 227 creep kills 30 minutes into the game, so great farm by him. It's like they're going to split push, try to take down both racks at the same time. And you know, if you have so much individual power on your heroes, you could afford to do that, because Duskbin has to fight as a 5-man team. For WE, Morphling can kind of do his own thing, and Slardar and the rest of his team could do just fine without that Morphling right-click damage. Let's see, Queen of Pain did pop his haste rune, and Morphling is going to join the rest of his team. See if he's just going to make a replicate and leave. Slardar is sprinting, and there goes a Blink Crush and a Fisher going on to Ninja Boogie, and Ninja Boogie is going to get completely right-click down. Actually, he's actually going to live with his BKBs, walk right through that. Dream Coil. Queen of Pain is going to take nothing because she has BKB, and Morphling taking a lot of damage, is currently being stun locked, but he also has his strength morph up, so he's going to be just fine as the mech charge pops off, keeping him at high health. And he does have that Manta finish, so in go the illusions. Going to try to right click that tower down a bit, and the Dragon Knight Replicant is going to be doing a lot of damage as well. So although they didn't really get anyone on either team, I don't think that Aegis popped. No, Aegis was still there. No one got anyone, but you know, cooldowns were popped, I guess. Dragon Knight is gonna run out of dragon form in a little bit, so once he gets that, he's gonna be really hard to fight against that. Beautiful Queen of Pain ult hitting 3 people, but even if they kill Slaughter, he does have an Aegis. We have a Fissure and an Echo Slam hitting on both Crystal Maiden and Dragon Knight, and they're both gonna fall really easily. Epicenter going on to Sand King, but he gets actually pushed back by the Morphling's Adaptive Strike, and Morphling's just dueling Bounty Hunter at this point. And everyone's tracked up. The 2 important characters on the WE side are extremely weak, but Duskbin simply doesn't have a way of finishing them off, especially when one of them has an Aegis and a BKB. The other one has Lincoln Sphere not on cooldown, and well, he already popped his Manta, but Fortification going to be delaying the inevitable. WE just has to right click it down. Earthshaker just sitting there taking it. Queen of Pain pops her BKB, and she's just going to get slowly chased away. And there goes a good Burrow Strike getting Sand King out of the fray as Earthshaker does go down. However, Bounty Hunter, you are being hunted, and 2 hits, 1 hit, and the Venomancer hit. Going to be sealing the deal on that kill, and now Slaughter has a sprint up. He wants someone as he's taking a lot of damage, but once again, he does have that Aegis, so he gets a 2-man crush, and he's going to go on to that Sand King who instantly gets killed. Queen of Pain is going to manage to blink out, and there goes the Aegis, and if Crystal Maiden ultimate, trying to do a little bit more damage. Slaughter is back up though, and they don't have the resources to kill him again as Earthshaker takes Queen of Pain. Sand King does manage to bring that Venomancer who instantly buys back, and Earthshaker actually punching Dragon Knight in the face for a double kill. So the racks have gone down on the mid lane, and 2 racks is down. They have you at 2-to-1 kills. There's no way of coming back from this. There's the second GG and a disconnect. So this is going to be the end of the game. Hopefully, maybe they're just going to try to get 1 more kill, but surprise! The other team is pretty damn farmed. 11-1-18 on a Slardar whose Blink Crushes have just completely made the game for WE, and also Puck has been there as well. Just the huge long-range initiation on the WE team has been stellar. Although Morphling is completely stacked, he mostly has been like the safety net. It's really been these 4 who've been making the game for them, and everyone on Duskbin has called GG and disconnected, so alright, so WE taking the set 2-to-1 versus Duskbin. This has been my first series I've casted, so you guys could kindly give me advice as to what you would like me to do in the future as far as these go. Again, I'm kind of new to this, so I'm just going to probably be doing more of these qualifying matches just for practice. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. GG.